of viewers, I welcome you back to this channel with the Islamic greetings. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today we are going to be solving another series of questions from the Neco 2023 mathematics past question. So we have question 41 on the board. Says in the diagram below, O is the center of the circle. This is the diagram below, and O is center of the circle, which is at the center. Side DB is equal to side BC. This is DB and this is side BC. That shows properties of what? Isosceles. This is the properties of what? Isosceles. So they are said to be equal. And angle ABC is equal to 54. So this is ABC, 54 degrees. So we have to find angle ACD. ACD. That means we are looking for this angle here. Now, for us to get that angle, there are things we need to calculate first. Now, already we have been told that this side is equal to this side, which shows properties of what? Isosceles. And in isosceles triangle, the base angles are always equal. So that means this angle over here is equal to the angle over here. So I can use this as x. So automatically, if this is x, it's going to be what? X, because they are said to be equal. So, and you know this is a triangle already. So let's just sum up the triangles. X plus what? 54 is equals to 180. That's sum of angles in a what? In a triangle. So when you add this, you have 2x plus 54 is equals to what? 180, right? So we have 2x is equals to what? 180 minus what? 54. And that's 2x is equals to what? That should give you 126. Then we'll divide both sides by 2. This cancel out this. So we have x to be equals to what? 63. So we have this angle over here to be 63. Now, but that is not what we are looking for. Don't forget we are looking for the angle over here. Now, there's another theorem under circle geometry, which says that whenever you have a diameter, like this is a diameter, of course, divide that circle into two equal parts. So you have a chord, The two chords over here, they will make an angle 90 degrees. They are said to be perpendicular to each other. That's angle in a semicircle. They are said to be what? 90 degrees. So if the whole of this angle is 90, and we have 63 here already, so I can call this angle, let me just use the same value, ACD now. You know, I'm adding this angle now. The total angle here is 90 plus x is equals to what? 90 degrees. So therefore, angle ACD plus, and we have x already to be what? 63. So it's equals to what? 90. So angle ACD will be equals to 90 minus what? 63. And that should give us what? 27 degrees. So the final answer is 27 degrees, which is option E. Okay, so we are done with that. So let's go to the next question. Question 42 on the board. We have determine the value of 7x in the diagram below. So we have to find the value of x first before getting the value of what? 7x. Then how do you analyze this problem? If you look at this one, this is not a circle geometry problem. It's a plane geometry problem. Plane geometry. Okay. In plane geometry, whenever you have a times like this, let me describe something for you. This means vertically opposite angles will be equal. That means if any angle is here, the same angle that you have here is also going to appear here. So vertically opposite angles are what? They are equal. So that means if this is 2x, here is going to be 2x. Look at that. Then this means what? Isosceles. Don't forget, base angles are equal. So if this is 2x, here is going to be 2x as well. Then the same thing vertically, 5x here. So we can see we now have what? We now have what? A triangle now. So we sum up the triangles. We have what? 5x plus 2x plus 2x is equals to what? 180 degrees. Don't forget that. So if you sum up everything here, we have 9x, which is equals to what? 180 degrees. So we divide both sides by 9. So x will be equals to what? 20 degrees. So we have gotten x to be 20 degrees, but we have to find 7x. So therefore, 7x is equivalent to what? 7 multiplied by what? 20. And that will give you what? 140 degrees. So the answer is 140 degrees. And that should be option E. Okay, so let's take the next question. 43 says, in the diagram below, KTN is a tangent to the circle at T. Find the angle NTA. NTA. So we are looking for the angle over here. So a tangent is a line that touches part of that circle outside. If you look at this line here, it touches part of this circle but outside. It can be here, it can be here, it can be anywhere. As far as that line touches part of the circle, it's referred to as what? A tangent. It's a straight line. Good. Find the angle NTA, which is the angle over here. So how do we analyze this problem? There is one theorem in circle geometry that states that the angle between a chord and a tangent must be equal to the angle in the alternate segment. Are you getting my point now? Look at what do you mean by alternate segment? Look at this chord here. This is another chord. They merge at this on this word tangent, right? We are looking for the angle over here, but the other chord here makes an angle here, which is angle 65. So this is an alternate segment to this chord here. So the theorem says that any angle you found between a chord and a tangent must be equal to the angle in the alternate segment. That means this angle over here will also be what? 65 degrees. So this is also going to be 65 degrees. So we don't have any problem. So our answer is what? C. So NTA, let me just write it here, is equals to 65 degrees. That's all. Okay. So let's move to the next question. I have question 44, and this is based on bearing. Okay. But before I solve this problem, I would like to emphasize on something. You see, in bearing, we have two types. We have the three-figure bearings and we have the directional or the compass bearing. For why we call it three-figure bearing is that we have to differentiate between a bearing and an angle. Like this 0.45 degrees, that it must not be like this 45. This is an angle. So it has to be in three figures, just like adding 0 to it. So that's the difference between an angle and the bearing. So let's interpret the question. An aeroplane flies from a town P. So it's starting from town P. Let's label this point as town P. This is our town P. Okay. So of course, you know that town P we have something like this, cardinal point. This is town P. Good. On a bearing of 0.45 degrees. So that means you are moving from 90 now. For example, this is 45 degrees, not up to 90. That means it has to be at the middle. So you move like this. You put another cardinal point like this on this. This is 0.45 degrees to a town Q. So this is now Q. Okay, a distance of what? 200 kilometers. So this distance, we're told that is 200 kilometers away. That means it's continuing from here. It then changes its course and flies to another town R on a bearing of 120. So from here now, 120 is more than 90. So we move away from 90. Then from here to here is 180. So it's not up to 180. It has to be somewhere here. Then we go like this. Okay, we move like this. So, but before we put another cardinal point there, let's observe. If R is directly east of P, so this is north, south, west, and this is, that means it's going to be on a straight line to R, just like this. This is our cardinal point. It's east of what? East of P. So this is R, point R. Let's position the bearing. The bearing is 120 degrees. So we are done with the interpretation. So let's get our values now. If this is from here to here is 45, that means the left value is what? 45, because the whole part of this one is what? 90. So of course, you can see I didn't put 0.45 again, I put 45 because it's now an angle now. Okay, so this 45 here is alternate to the angle over here. That's alternate angles are what? Equal. So if from here to here is 180 rather, then we have 120. That means the left value will be what here? 60. So sum this one, 60 plus 45. That should give us 105 degrees. Okay. So what again? Calculate PR. Where is PR? This is PR. PR. So we are looking for the angle over here. And this PR is something as saying small q, small p, and small r. So this is what we are given from the question. These are the details we are given from the question. Then how do we solve for the value here? Now already we have a side there. We can easily find, since we have two angles here, we can easily find the third angle here using sum of angle in a triangle. So if I can find this, I should be able to calculate my q. So let's find this first. This now we don't know. You can say that is r plus 105 plus 45 is equals to 180. So angle R plus then 105 plus this will give us 150, right? Is equals to what? 180 degrees. Are we together? So when you collect like times, angle R will be equals to what? 30 degrees. That means the angle over here is what? 30 degrees. So with this now, we have this angle and we have this side. So we can use a sine rule now to get the value of what? Q. Let's apply sine rule to get the value of Q, because we have two angles, of course, and we have one side. Two angles and one side. So we are using sine rule for that. I'm looking for where to position that. Okay. Yeah, I think I will need to erase some of this part. Need to erase some of this part. Let me just erase some of this part, okay? Because of my space. So if you apply sine rule to that question, we have Q over sine 105 is equals to what? 200 over sine what? 30. So when you cross multiply, Q will be equals to what? 200 multiplied by sine 105 divided by what? Sine 30. So let me just evaluate this direct in calculator. So if you evaluate this direct in calculator, that's 200 multiplied by sine 105 divided by sine 30. So I have 386.3703 kilometer. But the instruction says to the nearest what? Kilometer. So therefore Q will be equals to 386 kilometer. And that is option B. So we are done with that. Okay. So let's move to question 45. So we have question 45, which says, if the angle of depression of a boy standing on the ground from the top of a house is 72 degrees. So let's assume this is the boy. Let's assume this is the boy here, standing on the ground level. Okay. Then this is top of a house. Let's say this is the house. Okay. So we are now told that if the angle of depression of a boy standing on the ground from the top of a house, look at, sighting the house like this. Of course, this is the ground level going this way. So the angle of depression from the top of this house, we are told that is what? 72 degrees. Okay. What is the angle of elevation? This is the angle of elevation. So whenever you have a problem like this, okay, in mathematics, you should always know that the angle of depression is always alternate to the angle of what? Elevation. Or angle of elevation is always alternate to the angle of what? Depression. That means that if this is 72, here is going to be what? 72 as well. That's alternate angles are equal. So the answer is 72, which is option C. Okay, guys. So I think we'll mark the end of today's lesson, because I'm not really I'm not feeling fine. Okay. So but I've made sure that I'm going to complete this video before the exam, for the Neco exam, which comes out on the 10th of July. So if you enjoyed this video, kindly hit the subscribe button, share this video to your learned colleagues, like and subscribe to this channel to receive more updates from this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks very much for your wonderful attention. Bye for now.